Microlending is often touted as the panacea to alleviate poverty worldwide. But are lending programs really as effective as we're led to believe? I'm meeting with loan recipients in Mozambique to investigate the realities of microlending and the work of a unique organization called Kiva. Come around the world with me on an epic journey as we investigate what really works in international aid. It's time to go beyond good intentions. Although microlending programs have been around for decades, they've more recently become the it topic in development circles. Muhammad Yunus's idea of providing credit to the poor was revolutionary. And as I've seen on my travels thus far, the idea of microlending is rapidly spreading worldwide. Here in Mozambique, the demand for loan opportunities is strong.
Hoje não é fácil ter com alguém, por mais que seja teu irmão, teu pai, pedir dinheiro, uma ajuda, ninguém dá, promete e nunca mais dá.
Mvuku Etsema, a local nonprofit microlending organization, aspired to expand their services so they could provide loans to more people like Teresa and Josefa, a struggling fisherman who desperately needs to fix his boat. But the organization lacked the necessary capital.
Here in Mozambique, it's not easy to find capital.
When Bernardo's microlending organization was approached by an American web-based nonprofit called Kiva, he jumped at the opportunity for partnership.
Kiva wanted a partner in Mozambique, and it was a big occasion to find a partner in that moment. Kiva provides us the capital to finance our portfolio. We now have something like 75 clients and nearly $60,000 US in portfolio.
But Kiva is more than just a source of capital. It's a dynamic online community that enables individuals to provide loans directly to entrepreneurs in the developing world. They innovated the idea of person-to-person microlending, and they've gained enormous popularity. But how exactly does it work?
We send the profile of clients to Kiva. People there, they translate to English and they put it in the web. In the web, people lend money for the client. And after that, we see that there is a full funded, and we just disburse the loan.
Kiva lenders eventually receive their money back once the loan is repaid. But I'm finding that not all Kiva-supported loan recipients are having positive experiences. One of the greatest barriers is the high interest rates being charged by some of Kiva's partner organizations. In the case of Mvuku Etsema, recipients pay 35 to 55% interest on their loan each year. But is the loan at least making a positive difference in his life? I've been hearing this over and over. In the absence of solid economic opportunities, microlending doesn't seem to be effective for the poorest of the poor. And with minimal business skills or market knowledge, many initiatives unfortunately fail. Lorinda, who tried to start up a small store, is a classic example.
Não foi bem sucedido porque tem muitas banquinhas aqui perto, tá aqui. Então, o que eu vendi é o que eles também vendiam. Então, por essa razão, não estava a dar sucesso.
She has now taken out a loan using Kiva funds in hopes of finding greater success as an egg vendor.
You must go to people who have ideas how to become entrepreneur. When you take people who need social assistance, you're making confusion.
But in many cases, I found that due to the high level of competition among microlending organizations, the entrepreneurial bar is set quite low. Another challenge is the issue of sustainability. A UN study estimates that only 10% of microlending organizations worldwide are actually self-sufficient. Most rely on donors and subsidies to stay in business.
It can't be that, okay, we help the poor, but we forget about sustainability. Because in the long run, you would not be able to help the poor if you don't think about sustainability.
I'm wondering if the Kiva model helps or hurts local microlending organizations in their attempts to gain self-sufficiency. There's one final challenge that I'm uncovering here in the field. With the sudden influx of capital from Kiva's online lenders and a rapid increase in the local client base, loan officers are spread thin.
Our challenge is 300 loans per loan officer.
And when loan officers are required to provide pictures and stories of each Kiva loan recipient to promote on the website, there's little time left over for providing financial guidance.
I have many clients. We will have to go to the client to ask the story and then some pictures.
I'm a bit torn. On the one hand, Kiva is generating a large amount of capital to assist local entrepreneurs, and microlending is certainly a step up from the charity model. But is it really effective in pulling people out of poverty?
Microlending is not answer to all, but it can help.
Thanks to Kiva's network of individual online lenders, Josefa was able to fix his boat. So what do you think about the promise of microlending? Is it an effective tool to alleviate poverty? We want to hear your thoughts on this topic. Become part of the dialogue at beyondgoodintentions.com and join me next week as I make the final stop in my journey around the world and meet with social entrepreneurs in South Africa.